Something very strange is happening in the world right now. Every year, millions of engineering students graduate. Almost every family knows an engineer. And yet, open LinkedIn and you will see thousands of people posting, desperately looking for opportunities. At the exact same time, companies are saying we can't find skilled engineers. Now, pause for a second and think about that. If there are so many engineers, why are people struggling to get jobs? And if there are so many jobs, why aren't companies hiring? Somewhere the system is seriously broken. And today's video is not just another motivational, just work hard and believe in yourself type of videos. This is the reality most colleges don't tell students. Most coaching institutes hide from parents. And honestly, many people still refuse to accept. Engineering is no longer just education, it has become an emotional business. And if you are studying engineering, planning to do it, or already sitting with a degree feeling lost, this video might give you more clarity than 4 years of college ever did. Let's first understand how we got here. The obsession with engineering didn't appear randomly. In the late 90s and early 2000s, the tech industry exploded. Software jobs becomes life-changing opportunities. People from average backgrounds suddenly started earning high salaries, moving abroad, buying homes, supporting entire families financially. Naturally, parents noticed the pattern. Engineering equals security. And honestly, back then the formula actually worked. Companies were mass hiring. Infosys, TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, and many more. If you know the basic coding, you could communicate decently and had a degree, you had a strong chance of getting placed. But then society made a massive mistake. Engineering stopped becoming just a career choice, it became the default life path. An entire generation was taught if you are smart, do engineering. If you are confused, do engineering. If you don't have any idea what to do, still do engineering. Nobody asked students, what do you actually want to build? The answer was always first get the degree, figure out life later. And honestly, many students entering engineering don't even fully understand what engineering actually is. They only know one thing, everyone else is doing it, so I should do it too. And that's where the silent disaster begins. Then came the explosion of colleges. Suddenly, every city had engineering institutes. Giant campus advertisements were everywhere. 100% placement banners become normal. But something dangerous was quietly happening. The system became obsessed with quantity, not quality. And if we are being honest, many colleges were never truly focused on education. The real business was filling seats, get admission, collect fees, clear semester, hand over degrees. That's it. Even today, many students spend 4 years in engineering without ever building anything real. And a lot of people watching this will relate assignments, copy paste, lab work done for marks, projects downloaded from the website or internet, exams studied one night before, attendance managed somehow. Then suddenly in final year, reality hits hard. Why are companies not hiring me? Because companies don't care about your degree alone. Companies care about one thing. Can you solve problems? That's it. A real engineer is not someone who memorizes definition. A real engineer is someone who can fix broken systems, simplify problems, build useful things, think logically under pressure. But unfortunately, the education system trains students to survive exams, not solve real world problems. One of the most dangerous assumptions students carry is this: I worked hard for 4 years, so I deserve a job. But the market does not work on emotions, the market works on value. A company is not paying you because it feels bad for you. A company asks only one question: are you useful enough for the business? That's it. It sounds harsh, But this is how the real world works. In colleges, marks feel important, but in the real world, output matters. Marks prove you can memorize information, but companies are evaluating. Can you learn fast? Can you communicate? Can you work under pressure? Can you adopt quickly? Can you take ownership? Can you solve uncertainty? That's why sometimes students with average grades perform better than toppers. Because the real world is not a memory test, it's an adoption game. Now, this part is uncomfortable, but it needs to be said. Many colleges are still preparing students for a market that already disappeared. The world has already shifted toward AI, automation, cloud systems, cybersecurity, data infrastructure, product thinking, AI workflows. But inside many classrooms, outdated slides, old syllabus, theoretical overload, almost zero industry exposure. Students are being taught how to pass exams, not how to build careers. And when placement arrives, reality hits like a truck because the market evolved, but the education system froze in time. And the most dangerous part, most students realize this too late, very late. What I'm about to say will define the next decade. Earlier, companies hired huge numbers of freshers. Why? Cheap labor, repetitive work, large support teams, but AI has completely changed the equation. Today, AI can write basic code, debug, generate documentation, automate workflows, assist with testing, speed up development, which means a huge portion of entry level repetitive work is disappearing. Now, does this mean engineers are finished? No. But average engineers will absolutely feel pressure. Future companies will hire fewer people but highly skilled people. Top performers will become even more valuable, and being average is becoming extremely expensive. This is probably the most ignored truth in engineering. Many students complete 4 years of college without building even one serious project. No product, no app, no real world solution, no proof of skill, only certificates. But the internet already destroyed the value of random certificates. Today, recruiters look at GitHub, portfolios, internships, LinkedIn, online presence, real projects. Because a degree tells people what you have studied, a portfolio proves what you can actually do, and the market trusts proof, not promises. Right now, a student with a strong projects, public proof, communication skills, and internet visibility can outperform someone with only a good degree. Now, this is massively underestimated. A lot of intelligent people stay behind for one simple reason: they cannot explain their value. In interviews, nervous. In meetings, silent. In presentations, uncomfortable. And later they say, my luck was bad. No, the market rewards visibility. If you are brilliant but nobody understands your thinking, how will the world know your value? Companies don't just hire coders, they hire professional people who can explain ideas, work in teams, handle clients, present solutions, take ownership. Communication is no longer a soft skill, it's a career multiplier. Now, let's talk about another uncomfortable truth. The hiring system is heavily tier based. Top colleges get better opportunities. Is it unfair? Sometimes, yes, but companies reduce risk. Statistically, top tier institutions produce stronger candidates more consistently. That's why students from average colleges must become more skilled, more visible, more proactive, more adaptable. But unfortunately, many students realize this only in final year. By then, placement season already starts and panic begins. What do I do now? The reality is, your college may decide your starting speed, but not your final destination. The internet changed the game. Today, someone from a small town can freelance globally, work remotely, build startups, get international clients, create content, build SaaS products, but initiative is required. A degree alone is no longer enough. From childhood, most people are conditioned to obey instructions, memorize information, avoid risk, choose safe options. As a result, students grow up with one main goal: get placement, not what I can build. And this mindset becomes more dangerous because when the economy slows down, job seekers will panic. Builders adopt. Builders will learn new skills, find opportunities, use the internet, solve problems, create value. That's why the future does not belong only to degree holders. It belongs to adaptable people. Today, the market is not searching for only coders, it's searching for leverage creators. People who can use AI efficiently, learn quickly, understand system, communicate clearly, understand business impact, and build online visibility. Because future competition is not only with humans anymore, AI is also competing. That's why staying average has become dangerous. Modern engineers must become adaptable, not just technical. So, what's the solution? First, stop treating college like a life guarantee. Colleges is now just a platform. Real growth mostly happens outside classrooms. Second, build aggressively. Create projects, do internship, freelance, contribute to open source, build proof of skills. Third, don't ignore AI. Weak students fear AI, smart students leverage AI. Huge difference. Fourth, improve communication. This is no longer optional. Fifth, be visible online. LinkedIn, GitHub, content, portfolio, or public proof. Invisible talent has very low market value today. And finally, stop chasing only placements. The internet has exploded opportunities. Remote work, creator economy, consulting, SaaS, startups, freelancing, digital businesses. But many colleges are still teaching students to think only about jobs. So the reality is not that engineers are dumb. The reality is that the system became outdated. The market evolved faster than education did. And over the next decade, this gap will become even more visible. Average engineers will struggle, but people who adopt quickly, build consistently, communicate efficiently, leverage AI, and create real value will have the unbelievable opportunities. Engineering is not dying, average engineering is. If this video felt relatable and if you want real market realities instead of fake motivation, subscribe to the channel because here we don't just talk about careers, we decode the future.